Within Jonas, we all know that there are some report generators that you can derive your own reporting from, but there may be times where you're not into writing your own reports, or you need users that don't have the knowledge on how to write the reports that need the reporting out of the software. As a default at this point, Jonas has over 2,000 standard reports that can show you exactly the information that you need. What I'm going to start with is the report finder to show you how to go in and search and publish reports, and how you can view the different reporting that's available not only by module, but also the ability to save the options and the filters for those different reports. So the report finder, if I drive into the software, which I'll do here in a moment, is again something that you can use to find any standard report that's accessible by user. You can also find published reports, if the master generator reports. If you design a report in master generator, you can publish that report to the report finder by user, so that individual users, when they're logged into Jonas, can view those reports. So to access the report finder, it can be done through the administration menu, or even more simply is to access it on your top toolbar under report finder. When we click on Report Finder, again now we will get a list of all of the modules that are available within the software that you currently own as a club. And if we click on the plus sign beside it to drive it down, so in Club Management look, we can get age receivable listing, dues forecasting, credit book reports, locker system reports. And then if I expand those even further, I can get either the AR detailed report, or I can get the summary report. And again, with the summary, then I can choose, do I want collections listings, aging report, or regular report. And we can actually drive and bring these reports directly from this area. Once we highlight it, we'll get a sample. I can view a larger image of the sample of the report. We'll get a little synopsis as far as what we will learn from this report, and then how the report's to be run. If this is the report we choose, we can hit launch. That will then go ahead and launch the report directly from this area for us. So instead of having to drive directly into the individual submodules, we can do that from here as well. Master file, then F9 reports. Every single master file in the system, whether it be your general ledger files, your chart of accounts, your AP vendor listing, your membership, your fee billing schedules, your sales categories, your sales items. Each one of those master files have what we refer to as an F9 report generator. So again, back to the master files and the F9 report listing that's available for each one of these. So again, it doesn't matter what master file I drive into, but if I want to go to point of sale, system setup, and I'll go look at my sales categories. When I'm in the lookup of any one of these master files, if I hit F9 on my keyboard, I now get the opportunity to print a report of this master listing. So again, I can print a master list, or I can go in and design my own report. I can also save reports that I do through here for future printing. So if I chose to design my own report through the sales category, I now have a choice of the items that are available to put on this report, and I can just click them to select them. I can also condition it. There may be only certain categories that I want, or certain categories that have certain tax codes. So again, I can condition these reports to only give me applicable information that I'm looking for. And then once I get the item selected, I can simply hit print. I can view it, PDF it, or send it to Smart Viewer. In this case, we'll just view it. And there comes a list of all my sales categories, the category code, the description, and the tax code that's currently applied. So again, any master file in the software has the F9 reporting available to you. Okay, a lot of the standard reports too have had the ability to save options and filters. If there's reports that you run frequently with the same type of options and the same types of filters, we now give you the ability to go ahead and save those designs so that each time you run the report, you're not having to go in and manually change out the options and filters that you want to view. So if we go and look as an example, just look at some member reporting. I'll go look at my member count and tracking report. So again, when I'm in here, I can say I want to load a design from previous. So if I load a design that I have previously done, you notice that it changes my report type out, changes to the default dates that I had last time I used the report. And then again, if I had any of these things that were different as far as how I want it to track or what I want in column 1, then I can choose to do that as well. If I make changes to the filters and I want to resave that again with different settings, I can simply save the design, create a name for it, exit out, and then next time I come in, I can go ahead and have those designs available to be loaded in. I can also delete designs in the future if I want to as well. Smart Viewer. Smart Viewer has been around for quite a while. Almost every report from Jonas allows the user to send it to Smart Viewer. So you can view your report with either Excel or Word or the PDF. And again, PDF was in there prior to the ability for us to send directly to a PDF. But when we're printing a report, if we choose to go to Smart Viewer, so again, let me just choose a quick, just like category report. Just go to print this. So when I click on Smart Viewer, I now get a choice of how I want, what program I want to use to view this report. So if I choose Excel, I also then have the ability to strip off all the headings. Because it's a multi-page report, there's going to be headings by default on each page. So because I'm bringing it to Excel, maybe I just want the headings at the top of the first page. So at this point here, I can say to strip off all the headings, proceed through. There's also a few other options that I can do, but I can proceed through. That will open that report and place the information directly into an Excel spreadsheet. Right, there may be a case where you want your reports to print out in your printer with different text than what are the standard. So the standard fonts that we use for our reporting is the Courier font, but you may want to change that font. You may also want to change the way the headings are done, whether they're bolded or underlined, and so on and so forth. So what we allow is to go into your printer styles and make changes to how different printers are going to print different reports. So if I go to my system setup area and I go to my printer styles, so this is where you can have multiple printer styles set up and they can print to different Windows printers or your default Windows printers. But if I bring up one of my printer styles, you'll see on the right hand side preferences. So here's where I can change on reporting what font do I want my title block to come across in. Do I want it bolded and underlined? Do I want my column headings? What font do I want those in? Do I want those bolded or underlined? Subheadings, the text of the report itself, any trailing information. I can also go in. I can choose to have my logo appear in the top of each report. So I could choose to, when I run this printer or choose this printer, we can choose to have the logo appear here, and again choose to scale to fit, or change the coordinates as far as where the logo is going to appear for us. Now again, this won't do anything with your viewed reports. The viewed reports will stay the same. This is only available for any GUI type printers that you have set up in your printer setup. Okay, some of the general ledger reporting that's available. So we've got some standard general ledger reporting. Obviously, we've got our trial balance and transactional histories. Those reports do offer some filtering, such as account and department selection. We've got budget listing reports, which basically they follow the financial statement design layouts that you've got, either A, B, or C design. The budget listings do offer some filters, such as departments and the budget codes that you wish to print. There are user-defined reports in General Ledger that are available to you, and those user-defined reports are your financial statements. Financial statements can be shown as either a combined company or they can be broken down by department. They can also be used with the report queue. And then also other user-defined reports are the daily quick reports. And those are basically short, quick visual reports that offer graphing capabilities as well. So if we go look at our general ledger reporting area, again, this is where all those reports are found and where you can break them down. Now the daily quick reports that are available to you, and again, you'll see I've got quite a few set up here, but I can choose maybe just this quick food and beverage report. And I'll just go in and build a little date range. So that basically gives me a breakdown of what I've designed onto that report, and then I do have graphing capabilities for those reports as well. Now to set those quick reports, if that's something you want to take advantage of, under Design, we have our Design Daily Quick Reports right at the very bottom. And again, we go in and we choose then the general ledger accounts that we want to appear on those reports. For accounts payable reporting, again, some standard reports such as your age payables and your transactional history. Again, those do offer some filters such as vendor selections. We've got analysis reports available through accounts payable, like a cash forecast, a purchase analysis by vendor, your GL distribution of paid invoices. There's some user-defined reporting in accounts payable. Accounts payable offers a report generator, so similar to the club report generator, accounts payable offers the same report generator. And then there's other reports in accounts payable as well, such as your checklist and your bank reconciliation functions. Okay, and again, the accounts payable reporting is found under reports, and again, there's a list of all of the standard reports that are available to you in accounts payable. So things like your cash forecast, your purchase analysis, month-end disbursement reports. And then at the very bottom, that's where we come up with a report generator, which allows you to user-define any reports that you wish to have. Club management, basically there's just way too many standard reports in club management to list. But there are a lot of reports that can give you transactional details, demographic details, as well as some statistical and analytical reporting. Club management does offer the club management report generator, which allows you to really do any user-defined reports. You can bring demographic information into those reports. You can bring transactional, tea time information into those reports. All right, and then Club Management also offers edit log reports. So on each member file, there is the ability to go through and do an edit log report of each member to see changes that have been made, who made them, and when they were made on a particular member. For Club Management, again, there's the one key reporting area. Within this as well, there's member reporting options. There's unrelated business income reporting. It's kind of where all your standard reporting is found, as well as your report generators. We also then, as I mentioned, the ability to report on edits that have been done to a member. So if I'm in a member file, I can click on the edit log. This would then show the edits that have been done to this member, the date that were done, the time, who did it, and the description of what was edited. Okay, and then I can also print this edit log as well from here. Under administration, there's also some reporting capabilities under the administration. So under administration is where we can access our tax reporting. We can also get user reports. We can redo audit trails or print archived audit trails. We can get a user event log. We can print our sticky notes if we're using sticky notes in club management or in accounts payable or GL. We can print our sticky notes from there. It's also where we get our report and letter designer functions. All right. Master generator is also under the administration menu. So again, under admin, under reports is where we can go through. We can get, again, we can access our report finder, which is also in the top toolbar. We have a user event log, which is basically just an event of all users through the system. We can actually go through, And I can say I want to view from the 1st of October to today. I can search for particular users. I can search for particular events. I can click OK, and I'll just view that. And that gives me now a full listing of everything that's been done by each and every user within the software. And I have now tracing capability as well to be able to trace down, look at more detail. So this is more procedural events that users have done. There's also what we refer to as a user permanent event log. Now, a permanent event log is anything that is set up as a permanent basis within the software. So again, the user event log is transactional events. The permanent event log is permanent setup changes that have been done by users. Again, there's the ability to reconstruct lost audit trails, print archived audit trails. There's tax reporting capabilities if you've got your tax reporting set up. Most new clubs in the last couple of years should have tax reporting set up. It's something that would have been set up when we first installed your software. If you're an older club and wish to take advantage of that, we can certainly assist you with setting that type of information up or make your tax reporting a little bit easier. Again, this is where your letter designer or mail merge documents are set up. And then your master gen reports, as far as this is where you can go in and design them and print them. Point of sale reports. So again, there's some standard reports on point of sale, such as sales by item, category, sales groups, sales areas, the comps, voids, and gratuities and settlement reports. Those are all available as standard reports in point of sale. There's some analysis reports, like, such as the SHIT average report. There's sales by hour and day of week. There's food and beverage revenue analysis available through point of sale. There's user-defined point of sale reports. And again, but those would be available through Master Generator. Master Generator allows you to pull reports and include information from not only the general ledger, but also point of sale and Timekeeper. And then there's other reports in point of sale, such as your non-updated SHIT list and a member list generator, which is used for more the Clubhouse Online side and the email capabilities of that. So again, when we go into your point of sale system, we've got our sales and revenue reporting area. This is where we find our food and beverage revenue analysis tools. Under the end-of-day reports, again, we can, basically it's the same as the sales and revenue reports, but it would be just for today before we ran the end-of-day updates. But we've also got our non-updated SHIT list. Inventory reports. So again, like anywhere else, we've got our standard, which is sales by item category, receipts and reorder reports, commissions reports. We've got our analysis reports in inventory, which is our fast and slow sellers, some inventory aging analysis, the detailed margin analysis, user-defined reports. In our purchase order system, if you're using a purchase order, there is a report generator within the purchase order system. There's other reports available through inventory as well, such as member purchases, there's a valuation report, and there's account valuation report as well. So again, inventory really has some really useful reporting available to us. And then through the purchasing module, again, we have the report generator through purchasing. We can get into some payroll reports. We have our standard wages and deductions reports, year-to-date reports, annual, quarterly tax reporting available to us. We do have user-defined reports. We do have a report generator available through Payroll, where you can get transactional and demographic information on employees. Other reports that are available to us through here are workers' comp reports, and if you've got your mini personnel system set up, absent reports are available through that. Again, it doesn't matter if you're running U.S. or Canadian payroll, the reporting is pretty much the same throughout. There's where we have our report generator, which allows us to go in and user-define particular reports. Under the mini personnel system, we can print absent reports through here if we've got that set up and we're using it. Again, now in Timekeeper, same type of idea. We've got standard reports, which is your wages, your hours worked by employee, by department, by club. There's some analysis report, like a labor schedule, or your budget analysis report if you're taking advantage of the budgeting features within Timekeeper. Other reports such as your labor schedule, your staff sales reporting. So again, the labor schedules and the cost analysis and the budget analysis and that type of thing, they do require you to be using the scheduling feature in order to get, so obviously, we can't give you a labor schedule if you're not scheduling your employees through Timekeeper, and we can't compare your schedule to budget if you're not using the budgeting feature within Timekeeper. But if you are, then you can take advantage of these analysis tools that are through Timekeeper. Reporting codes. So sometimes you may be wondering what reporting codes are available and where. So what we have offered is the ability to print a list of reporting codes that are available to you in the different reporting areas. And again, this is the reporting areas now. These are defined reporting areas, such as the report generators in club management or payroll or AP for that matter. So under system administration, we have our report gen codes, and we break them down by the different report generators. So I can look at my club management design codes. So here is now a list of all of my codes that are available to me on membership information. I can also do an F9 report through here if I wanted to print a list of those codes out to have them available to me, or to be able to pull into Excel to sort based on any other criteria, because the default sort here is by code. But if I wanted to pull it into Excel and sort it by the descriptive name, so it might for it easier for me to be easier to find those codes, then that's also something that you can do. So then you can do is you can look at their different presentation formats that are available to you when I'm reporting numbers on a report. These are all the different ways that those numbers can be presented, the different formatting options that you've got available. So these cannot be changed, they can't be edited, but it's a good spot for you to be able to go in and view what is available to you as far as reporting codes.